Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and Operation Senseless Shroud is ahead of us. This time we're heading into a slums district, Butcher Street in Chihuahua. We have some intel that we're going to see if we can't hack, and I think there's that infamous intel package that comes along with this one too, so we'll see if we can address that before it disappears from the map, unlike the last one. Alright, let's get down there and see if we're up to the challenge, and maybe, just maybe, in addition to the recent priest and the recent stunlancer we've seen, we might find our first snake. Let's go find out.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
Alright. The access point is indeed right over here in a closed up little building over here, and there it is, right over there. It does look like we could potentially have window access, especially on the back side. So I'm wondering, let's see, we are starting in the corner. Oh yeah, we're in the corner. It's not too terribly far away, but it would definitely be a longer way around to try and come over to the windowed side. So I guess we will... Well, and to come around the long way, as I see the map now, we're on a raid. There's a sunken area around us here. So the way to stay on this level is to go straight across this bridge. So we'll kind of check that out and see if that's the optimal way to proceed. And we may, if we're lucky, have a building over here. And we do have to remember about the infamous evac zone that Commander likes to put off to the last minute. The evac on this one, since we aren't over-infiltrated, is 4 days, not 3 like the last episode where we were over-infiltrated quite a bit and it lowered down the evac timer. So we got to be aware of that too. ZigZag is saying that one out loud right now. It's kind of a reminder, a personal self-reminder. Shall we push straight ahead? I have a feeling we might see something on this first blue move. Let's take a peek.
Yes and yes. Look sharp.
Oh boy, did we ever. And well, we weren't close to activating or anything like that. It's a nice pod that doesn't look like Force Level 3. What with a sentry, a trooper, and an engineer. We've dealt with those before. And maybe, just maybe, do I risk locking you in place? Or do we come over here and try to get a sense if anything's down below? That might be the best move, at least right away, to really understand what we're up against and where they all might be. Okay. So that's just from the tower that we're seeing down here. So yeah, it's not really the best place for us to go, because while our shinobi could get up that ladder, most people that have more than an SMG would be it would be a little more difficult for them. So we at least, everybody initially is hidden. So Blue Jay, you would be a nice one to get as far forward as we can into what I would consider, what I would call a safe position. And well, we're near the edge, but nothing says they couldn't be over here. Let's do a blue move right here and get a sense if we see anything else. Well, it's going to be hard with that car in the way, but we're going to come over here. The idea being, maybe, just maybe, the only problem with that is if they're patrolling straight over here, they would catch us. They would see us.
Affirmative, moving out.
So I don't know, because that would ruin a potential flamethrower opening. Of course, their moving away would also make that more difficult. So maybe what we do now, also, if they come right towards us, they could easily potentially flank us. So it kind of feels like, yikers, I can't safely. Let's bring some others up. And let me get a feel for how we look over here, I guess. We'll bring you right here, Boom, because you can hit things.
On the move.
just fine at that range. Now you do not have the attachment for steady weapon. You do have a scope to help your aim though, so that's a nice thing. And you do have AP ammo, and we have one other with AP ammo, and that would be you, Gleaser. And so maybe I do push you all the way forward, because if they wandered straight towards us, they would not expose you, at least. So let's get you right here.
Bin dabei.
And finally, we got Spesh McList, the one that we brought along just so he could do the hacking. We'll get you nearby. There is no immediate... Yeah, we have revival with you. So there is no immediate hack right off the bat. Actually, if we bring you here, can we... I wonder if we'll see that tower. Let's go take a look so we can at least check out what the goodies are. And this is one we have to try and remember, so I want all of you to mind meld with Commander ZigZag, so hopefully he does not forget to try and hack for the small intel cache at the end of the mission. We're not going to do it now, but it is the type of thing that we do want to hack on the way out. So that is something to remember and consider, along with even setting the evac now. Okay, so we're getting the lay of the land quite well. So I think what we will do is bring you here, Special McList. Blue Jay, I'm thinking, just so we don't... we gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep pushing. I won't have a lot of Overwatch, especially if you get exposed right there. We'll try setting up for next turn. I mean, the building isn't that far, famous last words, that we have to get to. That's the way we'll play it. And for you, you know, I might as well push you up a little bit to keep you nearby, since we aren't going to need to shoot you this turn.
Confirmed.
And they're going down. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was thinking they might do. And we got the old lone drone coming up.
Room service.
And thank goodness it didn't come far enough to expose us. It sure did come close. Okay. Well, I don't think there's any really guaranteed way to get us up near the edge to where we can do what we might want to do over here. But with all those individuals kind of down below, nothing that says they can't come right back up the ladder. But with all of them down below, do we dare? Well, there's half. Essentially, there's half the map. Essentially, it's half the map. But I can't come up to the edge for any kind of mass attack opening. So I guess we're gonna do this and try skirting away from the drone here, and then we'll keep an eye on these guys a little bit here and scout out ahead. And immediately, do we see anything? No. So let's continue the forward push. Now, if I bring you here, we'll see if you can get up to the vehicle. Yeah, you can get up to the vehicle taking that shortcut. So you won't get up to the vehicle coming around this way because you're wasting lateral movement. So we may end up bringing you up. Oh, and there's another hacky tower. We may end up bringing you behind this low wall is what we'll do. So let's get you moving, Drummix. Blue move at a time, just in case we see something. And, oh, we could go there. But that could get awkward if they turn around or come up the very next ladder. So I think we'll play... Oh, actually, that would make it a little less awkward. So, Drummix... You know, it is. I am watching that timer, although we're starting to get close, but we will run into folks eventually, and that will slow us down with battle. So let's move you here.
All right.
And for now, we'll keep you there, kind of aware, and see about how we want to move others forward. Now, how far back do we have to go here? Potentially fairly far. There could be a pod down that way. Trying to think. And this is a very awkward vehicle that's kind of in the way also on this building. I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna push you and assume that they are not over there. Famous last words. Blue move at a time. Spesh. And Spesh, the idea of pushing you forward is so maybe we can, if we're lucky, get a view into a window here, which would then allow us to hack. That's the thinking, anyway.
On my way.
Okay, we do not see anything straight ahead. Now, Gleaser, it's your turn. And I think, with that in mind, it's only half cover. There's only a lot of half cover, although we'd be near further full cover, potentially, if needed. I'm going to bring you... I'm a little worried about them coming up, so yeah, why don't we just bring you... we will go forward. We'll bring you here.
Und los jetzt.
Then we have our sniper, who cannot exactly make it to ideal cover. So our sniper, that still gives us an angle over here for next move as we're moving up, without leaving you too far behind. So let's give you this full cover.
No need to ask twice.
And finally, it's you, a Blue Jay, that we're going to bring up here also. And if they decide to wander up the ladder, and in fact, if they decide to wander up the ladder, I may push you here, and we may have our opening. Now we're going to be hoping they come up the ladder, except I do not want to get you too close to this edge. So can we do that here? And then get you over here? I think so. I think that'll be a safe move.
Moving out.
And we found the other pod. And there is our first snake.
Without the introduction
A
of
viper on the
human
roof.
DNA, these creatures, once operating under the guise of thin men, now show their true form. A purely reptilian species.
No reason for them to hide. The aliens don't need an infiltration unit anymore.
Okay. So we can see the drone. So the drone would definitely activate if we activate here. And the question starts becoming, how would we like to activate? We do have you that can take care of the drone. I also have you up here, and if the thing is, I would guess they would not stay on the roof. And a snake opening. A snake opening. I don't know about that. I'm thinking about it. Pretty dang good odds. But as you can see, it's not going to be a kill. We still have fire in the back pocket. Of course, we don't. They have not climbed up the first ladder, so I'm going to guess they're moving down towards the second ladder. But as soon as we make some noise, they're popping up. That's my best guess. Now, do you see the guys on the roof? And it says, oh boy, you do. And maybe we try this on the roof, but we can't quite. Oh, yes, we can. It's a one-tile scatter. It does multiple damage this way. And I think that's our opening, because that's where we need to go. And we're not going to be able to get anywhere close to where we need to go with them there. It means a pod of 3 will activate. The gunner, the Viper, and the drone coming up behind us. So let's see what kind of damage we can do here. We have the potential to do a lot, but will we?
Get ready for the fireworks.
Oh, the snake felt it. Oh boy, did the snake feel it. And it looks like they all jumped down off the roof. Felt a little exposed up there. We have a drone coming our way. I gotta hope Specialist can gain a line to it. And oh yeah, we blew a hole in the roof right there. So the gunner is behind the door. The gunner can't see us right now. But you know, we do have to worry about him moving to a point where he can see us. Now, we don't have the most mobility that we might hope for. And I'm leaning towards where can I bring you to see this thing. And it doesn't look like I have a lot of options. I can see the thing from there, but it kind of exposes me. If I try to stay in tight with some kind of cover, I do not see the drone for hacking purposes. Now, actually, this gives me a semblance of cover right here, and I can still then see the drone. And, well, I guess before we do that, we could also do this, since you have nothing else in sight. And just see if you can take it out with your AP ammo. The heck with the hack. The heck with the hack. Now, and if we check this other hack, let's just see. Small intel cache 49. I don't remember what the other percent was, but this one might be a slight bit better. It was no better than 49%. It was in the 40s, I believe. So this may be the one to hack. Question is, we got other things now that need to get done, and one of those things is a snake. How far can you throw your grenade right now? Okay, so kind of hard throwing it over the vehicle right in front of you. You have to do too much of an arc that takes away some distance. And you, Gleaser, can get up here. You can't get here. Now, we have teamwork, but I think your teamwork just shot, so I can't give you any teamwork. Oh no, your teamwork just shot. So, oh well. That was going to be yet another option to give you enough movement to flank, because the snake's right behind this vehicle. The snake is right behind the vehicle. We know that. And I'd prefer not having to bring you out into the open, as we all know. And if I bring you down here, that's in the way, preventing me from a flank. So there's no clear shot to see a snake. We could hope. Yeah, I don't think it'll work. It's just funky angles over here, if I recall. Funky angles. So now, and I can bring you into it with a grenade. We can get you moved up, which just might be enough if we could get lucky with how we throw the grenade back there. It's one of these three spots back here. Specialist, we may quickly reverse course or whatnot, depending on how you can throw that grenade.
Consider me there.
Okay, gets it into those spots where I believe the snake would be. And the snake doesn't need a heck of a lot more damage to take it down. So we're giving it a go.
This is gonna be big.
Well, we destroyed some loot. We destroyed some citizens. There could be a potential will hit on this one. But the snake is down along with, wow, 3 citizens! We have not partaken in such murderous ways in a long time, have we? Oh, baby. Oh, does it even tell me what your will looks like right now? Or is this after the mission that we find out what happened to your will? Well, I'm wondering if that -2 is what we took as an extra hit, or if that's a counter for each turn. We'll double check that afterwards and see what that looks like. So we get a good sense of how killing civilians potentially can hurt our will, if indeed it will happen this time. Now we got that nasty old gunner back here. He was behind a wall that was not blown away, so no damage probably happened there. So we may be looking at moving up and trying to set some overwatch. From full cover here with you, you do have our one laser weapon on this particular map. So that's potential. The other thing I can't do is there's no good move to move with a Drummix because, well, he can't see, so you know we couldn't get far enough for a flesh, so there's no sense getting you exposed. Now my other thing that I think is these guys may come up the ladder based on the noise, and Drummix, I'm gonna hide you right here, because even if that gunner, well, he'd expose you coming to this window, but will he? I think he'd be more likely to try and find us this window or come charging out the doors he's hiding behind. And then this is blocking his sight to you to expose you. So we're going to give this, I don't know if that's safe enough, but I'm worried about these guys coming up. I'm trying to figure what might be the best way to keep us hidden. It's kind of the way I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I wanted to push forward a little because we have 3 activated. We know of 3 more, that's 6. So there's still another pod out there. Still another pod out there. Because that was only a pod of 2. Well, this would get you close enough to reveal you and take flesh and all that. We're going to bring you over here for Overwatch in case the gunner tries running over to this window. He can probably get to the edge of the car to shoot at us easy enough without running Overwatch. Let's hope.
Hoffentlich lohnt sich das. Scanning Gebiet.
And just in case you get exposed also, we'll Overwatch you.
Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Run, bitch, run!
Alrighty, well, guess what? The guy apparently doesn't know where we are either, so he's either running away to find another pod to hang with, or we got lucky. I would like to get over here, and yes, I am aware the timer is ticking down. I would like to get over here and start... we'll start with a full cover peek around the corner first. So we will have the opportunity to get over here to hack from a distance. So that's the good news. Let's take our first peek here, though, around the corner. And just see if there's anything else we should be aware of.
Consider me there.
And there is. A pod of 3. The last pod of 3 we thought might be out there. Sentry. Trooper. Sentry being out of sight. And we also now know there's a gunner, so there's 4 active against us right now. And it could very easily become 7 active against us if those guys follow the noise. I'm interested a little bit in trying to gain a little sight through here and see if we can pick up some looks.
All right. This looks important.
And we are seen. We are seen now. We are seen. Now, we can kill you and then get killed by the sentry. or the trooper. Take your pick. So that's... oh, look at our grenade actually did a tick of damage, even beyond the wall. What do you know? Now, if I was to chuck a grenade in there, that wouldn't be a guaranteed kill. Let's just say it the way it is. Blue Jay. Now, I don't think you can shoot your fire through a wall either, but I'm going to get you up to some pretty decent cover. And what kind of cover can you reach? Nothing amazing either. So we might be doing some fancy scrambling over here. I would like to send the drone over to unlock and open the door for us, please. And then we also got our sniper that's not in any kind of good position. I can get the sniper over to this position. And that way, if the other pod comes up, we'll have lines of sight. I just got to figure the best locations for you. Possibly right there, because they wouldn't see us right away. And then where would be the best place for you, Blue Jay? And this is the weird map where these four squares are a dead zone. Those diamond patterned ground spot right there cannot be stood upon. So I guess maybe what I do, that's just fun to say it like that, is get you here, Overwatch, and then we have some flaming opportunities depending on how they respond and move.
In there now.
And for the moment, brief as it might be, you're safe. And then I bring you over here for some more Overwatch with your laser weapon, depending on how, if he comes out the door, if they push around over on this side, we have a nice full cover spot. Now, is there ways they could outflank us from there? If he came here, and he's not, I don't think. Yeah, because that pillar's there. So if he can't flank us. The gunner can't flank us, so I think that's a play
Ist das auch
here.
sicher?
I'm never sure. I'm never sure of these moves. We're just doing our dang best. Now, as far as ladders for them to get on the roof over here, what do they have? Over on this back corner. So there's nothing to say they wouldn't try getting up high. Because I'm trying to think of places and ways to get you out of sight. Also, in relative safety. Now, I could bring you way over here. And if these guys come up in yellow alert, which could very well happen, and if I bring you here, they could get up on the roof and flank us, but I wouldn't be able to get any other cover anyway. So the roof just doesn't sound safe. This is full cover until this group comes up. And it kind of keeps us within flesh range, as long as that other group doesn't come up and mess with the plan. Okay, who do we got? Okay, now I have Boom. We got to get Shane Boom Vanson up to a location here, which is the next best location I can think of. There's also this, but I could potentially see a flank from there. So Boom, we're bringing you right here to do your Boom thing. And then I got to think of where to pull back Special McList temporarily. And then next turn, I got to lay down an evac.
Copy that.
And Spesh, kind of thinking, I'm going to bring you here so maybe you will not be a shot target, at least this turn. You'll have a flashbang back after that, because you threw your grenade. And that'll give us some options. So we're kind of breaking line of sight and hoping they respond by moving awkwardly.
You got it. Heading out.
Nothing's getting by me.
Gebe Feuerschutz! Du drüben ist etwas. Willst du noch
And
mehr?
I'm liking the new laser assault rifle tremendously. Ooh. You had a
Was
it
that
was
supposed
only
to hurt?
30%, thank goodness, but you had a shot on our guy. Ooh, baby, they had some shots, but we were in full cover. So the highest shot was 41%. So Special McList, you do have the ability for these double overwatches to break those. Well, if I come here, you won't get blown away. Now, how far can you throw this thing? Right now we can't get it through the window, or can we? We can get it through the window barely, but not enough to get the other guy. So I'm wondering if we move a step, does that give us a better angle to chuck it through the window and pick them both up? And can we pick this guy up? Yeah, because we aren't picking him up this way. Unless we come throwing it outside because he's behind the wall. So we do not have a way to totally... So the flashbang is sitting in our back pockets for the moment. Because I can't flashbang them both. I cannot flashbang them both. And I do not have a magical assault. Do not. And because he's behind the wall, there's no place for me to do it that will get them both. So the most dangerous one, excuse me, let's just throw it out there, is right here. Do I want to relocate in the process? No, because we probably won't kill him, so I want to keep you in that good cover. Before we do that, I think we will work on evac throws. And I'm just thinking right here is pretty central looking to me, and it's near the target, and that's what we're gonna... Oh wait, no, because I don't want to put it there because I don't know if we can all move to those squares to get to it. So we'll put it right here. Got to remember the quirks of the map.
Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold
Okay.
tight.
So now the big question is, do I move a step? Let's just move a step. Because it also then flanks the one guy that we won't be able to flashbang.
Ready to move.
Yeah, that guy. Unfortunately, he can't throw a flashbang and take him out, so we're going to do this just so some of us can move. Yeah, and I can get it through the window to get that guy, but oh well. There we go.
Need a light?
Now it's going to be very risky if I decide to move you, Drummix. Because we could do a flesh and still have cover with you. Albeit only half cover against a very nearby enemy. So I don't think the aggressive play is quite in our best interest. Now, the good thing is I have a nice, easy move, potentially with Gleaser. And we can flank the gunner. He eventually could be flanked by the sentry. And we don't see anybody here, unfortunately, for our sniper. So we still got firepower issues. Now we also then have you, Blue Jay. And I don't know who's seeing you. Oh, if you have to run all the way around, that's how you get seen. Because it says you got to run in through here because of those impassable spots. So if I bring you over here, Blue Jay potentially could move around. Problem is his flamethrower ain't gonna do diddly. and neither is his little pea shooter against this guy. But he might be able to do enough to break the Overwatch. It just might be able to do that. So let's get you, Gleaser, over here and see about finishing off the gunner.
Was ist da drüben? Jemand haben? Wie viele waren das jetzt?
And I will say it again. I'm loving our new weapon. Oh, look at this. Is letting me run across it. It's just not letting me run onto it. Kind of a weird thing in the map. And this is just a regular map piece that has that problem. So now what we're able to do here so it's not seen there. So that's the first move that hits the Overwatch. So since it's not seen anywhere else we're coming from, that would be safe. And we flank this guy for our little pea shooter that we're going to try. I do not think, I think we can only reach like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, he's going to be out of range of flame. But our little pea shooter is going to be what we're going to try here.
Understood. Moving out. Got the loot.
It's 79%. Could be enough to take away. Could be enough to take away the Overwatch if we can hit it. And look what we just took away. Now the question becomes, Drummix, who would we like to flesh? This guy can still shoot us though. I have no one else I can bring up there to prevent him from doing that. So we can flesh in cover, but nothing says he won't just go whoop and blast us away. So flesh does not feel like the go-to move here. So maybe what we do is we just, and there's no real, I prefer keeping you, I like the idea of the full cover over here. So I like the idea of bringing you into the full cover, keeping flesh. There's also grenade possibility on this, but then we have 2. Let's try to come here with our own pea shooter and see if we can do something.
Are we there yet? Didn't see that coming, did you?
And then there was one. And now I'm kind of thinking, well, these guys are going to come up from down below. I don't know where they're going to come up at, but I kind of feel like we're going to Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Okay, 9%. I didn't clench too much on that one, and we have a way to take this guy out now. Flesh and done, and if for some reason that doesn't work, I don't know. Can we flank the guy? Oh no, because he has that little bit of half cover. Well, we can also, well, I don't want to flesh if he's, well, we just got to count on you doing your job and killing him. Drummix, let's face it. You just better not graze. Okay, thank you. So we still have that pot of 3 down below.
That's a death he can be proud of.
In the gully. And what we can start doing is maybe getting a few of us into positions so when they come out of the gully, we'll have some opportunities. So let's pull back to full cover here. And Gleaser, it would be, looks like we might want to reload you, and you'll be here.
Ich gehe schon.
I'm thinking more of the other pod. I'm going to reload you as opposed to put you on Overwatch.
Alles im grünen Bereich.
And we'll probably overwatch you also. But let's come back to the situation at hand here. And we'll bring you to this spot. And I needed somebody to pick up the loot. Problem is that, well, we got turns for you to still manage to do the network shutdown after. In fact, we can move right up to the window. So let's pick up the loot at least.
Moving out.
We destroyed some. We better pick up all the other loot that we can. Advanced expanded magazine. There's one to use and not sell. So we can put you to this cover, and next turn we can hack.
That's affirmative.
We get to overwatch with your amazingly powerful gun.
Scanning my surroundings.
We will overwatch with your big gun.
Come get some.
And they need some new hearing sensors on that first pod that we saw. But then, again, weren't they more of a level 1, force level 1 pod? So maybe they just aren't very good. Okay, let's do the hack. Okay, we have a chance to reduce contact costs from a nearby area. Alloys we're okay with. I want more reduced contact costs for my intel. Not a great chance either, but let's go. Sigh.
We've
Okay.
confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate
Objective-
any remaining hostiles in the area.
Objective has been met. They're down below. We got the sound cue, so they could be coming up the ladders this turn. So we got everybody that's going to be on Overwatch. That's for sure. And there's not a lot of full cover in the way except for this thing. Where do I want to place ourselves to better utilize the Overwatch? Well, we can always move, because if they're going to come up on yellow alert, well, I guess they could Overwatch, but we have options on that too. Gleaser, we're going to bring you up to some half cover here just to give you better range of fire against the ladders they could come up on, so we can get some Overwatch with your weapon.
Okay, bin unterwegs.
And for you, I guess we're going to do the same thing with you over here, Blue Jay, just so you're closer in case, a little flame fun gets to be one of our actions. I guess I could bring you here.
Moving on target location.
And I'm thinking I'm just going to keep you there. There's a chance they could come up here and be overwatching against you. But I can then, because you still have movement left, at least... Oh, you no longer have your frag grenade. But I'm at least going to start moving you back in that direction. Why is this? It's only half cover in the back, so I guess those are pretty flimsy doors. They don't provide cover. But I'm going to move you here.
On my way.
And then we also have you, Drummix. Oh, that roof. I was going to hide you behind the walkie-talkie cover here, and the roof is no longer there, so that's not an option. So I think we just bring you... And that doesn't excite me as a location for you, so I guess we're going to come inside to the windows, because here you got to run all the way around them. So we'll bring you up here behind full cover, since you won't be able to Overwatch. You will have the flashbang in case they come up in yellow alert and try the Overwatch game. So we'll give this a go.
Time to show you how much stamina I got. Stamina.
Some lines I don't get tired of. Yes, I'm a kid at heart. Okay.
Nothing's getting by me.
Mir geht nichts.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Here they come.
Didn't get it.
Nicht mal knapp.
That was like triple miss right there.
Adjusting sights.
That is one lucky engineer. And they came up. Oh man, they came up. They came up firing. They came up firing. Gleaser, it's not a major hit at this point. Not a major hit at this point. Specimic List, I don't think we've gotten you the promotion that will reduce that wound time, so he'll have some minor wound time, but I'm getting ahead of myself now because, you know, we got to kill him and get out of here first. So let's go take a look at what your shot is, Boom. You have 52 there, and for some reason you can't even see the other guy because of this pole that's in the way. So, Gleaser. Nobody's on Overwatch. We do understand that. And we can get a flank to repay this guy. And that's probably what we're going to do.
Ist es auch sicher?
We couldn't get the crit on a nice flank shot like that. We're still going to need a little help. We just need a little, and we only need a little bit of help, too. So, let's see here if you might be the one to provide the help. Now, we're going to have this guy coming up, probably blazing away, shooting also. So I would definitely have to move you a little closer if I want to play with fire. And the 2 spaces just might be enough. Let's find out.
Moving to designated position.
And they actually indeed are not. Oh, baby. Oh, well.
Time to burn.
So he is burning. He's going to be a non-factor because he'll burn out the 1 hit point. Now what I can do is, Drummix, rather than get you out of position with a flesh over here where you can get flanked or shot at from down below, I think we're going to take the chance and bring you up here for the flank shot with your pea shooter. And we'll get you as close as we dare to improve the aim with that massive gun, and then we'll decide, is it better for me to throw a grenade as a guaranteed kill, or what are the odds to hit? And then we have other options. Oh, wait. Did I move you too far? Wait, what have I done? I wasn't paying attention. I moved you too far. Brilliant, Commander. Brilliant. All I was thinking that went through Commander's dense brain was, oh, let's move to the flank spot. Let's not make sure it's a blue move. The only thing we can say, though, is, well, we're going for the 52% shot. I don't think, but the only thing, yeah, Gleaser's already moved, and that's your bond mate, and you're not bonded with anybody. So what we kind of got to do is get you over here to give some aid over here somehow. And who can I get in line of sight for that aid protocol? There's the question. That gives me sight of the folks I might want to aid protocol, but we would have probably a look through the window here, and this guy coming up hopefully shouldn't have a shot on us in this awkward position.
You got it.
And you are very exposed in half cover, but not hurt yet. We have a different person right here who is hurt that could use the extra aid. And then I'm going to try the flip of the coin shot right there. Unfortunately, with our guy down below, there's a chance he could come up this ladder, and we're flanked and hurting. So there's a lot of potential flanks that could happen. But I'm going for this shot. We need a graze. And we got better than a graze. Now we got to worry
Target
about
eliminated.
where will he come up. And there he is.
Alien reinforcements inbound.
This is Firebrand. Time to go.
Okay, the good news is he did what we did. He followed Commander's lead and moved too far. So we are going to have reinforcements. Now they aren't landing now, so we can shoot to kill and shoot to take this guy down. And we're going to do, we're not going to do it with you, Boom. But what we can do, just to make sure, even though he's pretty much standing in the open, we are going to... Oh, you can't see him to holo target because of where he is. Well, we're still going to move you over here to holo target the guy, so no matter what, everybody will hit.
Heading out.
And then next turn, as the other reinforcements arrive, we'll get the hay out of here. This is called playing it extra safe. And let's see. Gleaser, you got injured. I'm giving you the old payback time. In fact, we never hardly ever get to use this. I don't care. We're all going to be within range of the exit zone. We're going to do it.
Hoffentlich lohnt sich das. Seht euch das mal an. Du warst kein Gegner für mich.
Alright, and we got a stock. That'll be something, even though it's a base weapon, it's something we'll probably still use on some of our snipers and give them the opportunity to steady their weapons.
Moving there now.
So we're just going to move everybody near here. And blue moves its left. And then overwatch them.
Yeah.
And then get out.
That's affirmative. Move into him.
You're not gonna get past
You know
me.
what's better than not getting hit? Getting
They are actually in our evacuation zone.
Watch the sides!
Ready wing them.
It's like you
Wird
can't
hier zu heiß.
you can't land more in the zone than those guys did, trying to prevent us from escaping. So fortunately, Gleaser, you have the longest distance to run, and Force Level 3 is not the level where they start gaining the ability to overwatch upon arrival, so we're still in good shape.
Wird gemacht.
On the move.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I guess we only brought 5 today. We are all ready to go, and call this a success. Gleaser may argue with me.
All XCom operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
There we go. Excellent rating. Not a flawless, but we'll still take it at this point. I don't think a one-tick wound will keep you out. I'm gonna make my guess right now. I'm gonna say you'll be out for 12 days. Oof. There's a rule on this group. No shooting in photos. No shooting during photos. Let's see who has the shooting pose. In fact, I think multiple of you are doing, I think Seek and Destroy is the shooting. Yeah, it is. It's the shooting pose. So let's go see if there's any of these interesting poses down here. No, we don't want props. We don't want props. A lot of these poses come with props, and that's the only problem. Okay, well the comfy chair isn't. I'm not opposed to the comfy chair. It was a okay. There, the lower poses come with props. There's guys in behind you, so I'm looking for a little bit of a. Okay, we'll sit you down. We found a little table, and you can sit down. Now we got one more shooter out there. We'll go hands on hip so we don't block anyone's view out there. And I think we got ourselves a pose. Resist and fight.
Thanks to your efforts, dissident activity is down across all territories. The travel ban between city centers has been lifted. Remember, good citizenship has its rewards.
So we got a new record on number of enemies hit per turn, and that's 1.2. I'm glad the 0.2 showed up for today. Kurt Gleaser, you got the most damage out there, most attack, Shane Boom Vanson. And the other ones are who moved the farthest and who took the most fire. Drumix was shot at the most, more than you, Gleaser. You just got unlucky with the one hit against you. Let's go find out what the wound time looks like.
I can't imagine the aliens are too happy about this one, Commander.
Aha.
Good job.
Did I call this or what? Y'all heard me say 12 days. Okay. 3 promotions, though. Shane Boom Vanson, you know, I was going to give you that last shot, so you didn't get a promotion. But I actually look like you've been out on one less mission also, so you've lost some mission XP that probably will get you promoted next time, that alone. So we're going to get some more corporals in the bunch here. How about that? All right. We're looking at you, Blue Jay, and this is where we pick up napalm. So if they don't burn, we also now have the chance to panic them and take them out of action. Flamethrowers are what we refer to as crowd control. So a lot of these things, they don't outright kill. They do things like panic and can lower the numbers temporarily on your turn that you have to deal with. So it's a nice crowd control perk that we're picking up here. Speshmic List. It's nice to get you promoted, and this is why. Because if we had you promoted before this mission, my guess would have been way off because his wound time would have been 0. The one tick, I think it cuts down the wound time recovery by that one. It's like if you got 2 ticks of damage, you only serve time as if you got 1. If you got 1 tick of damage, you don't spend any time in the infirmary. How cool is that? We're picking this up. Now you know why I like this perk. And then we got you, Kurt. Wagner, Mr. Wagner. Oh, Locked On is a nice one for a shooty guy like you. And center man, we got some nice killing perks that are coming up for you. You got to use the shotgun, but we're not going with shotgun perks just because until you don't get extra ammo for that gun till way later, which still is not enough. We're going for what you get to use the most, and that is potentially Locked On. If you shoot at a target and hit or miss, as long as they're successive shots on the same enemy, you gain aim and you gain crit chance. So that's a really nice perk. All right, there we go. 12 days will pass. We've had folks injured for 12 days. Just go ask Coach. He came back faster than you realize, so hang in there, Gleaser. All right, Advanced Expanded Magazine. And the other 2, Emergency Life Support, well, stock I'll probably keep. So we got 1 sellable. I do like the Advanced Expanded Magazine. In fact, I may have a regular Expanded Magazine out there now we can trade and then sell the base level one. We'll see. We shall see. All right. I am actually going to... Oh, do we have an upgrade to the bond system here already? Blue Jay? Did I see that over here? I don't know. We'll take a look at that in just a second. First of all, I want to go into the armory because I haven't done at least in one episode, maybe even the last two, I kind of got out of the routine of doing a little bit of a backstory. So we're going to take a look. And speaking of the devil, who maybe has just gained a higher level bond now. Let's find you. Where are you? A Blue Jay, right here. And I don't know if I put it into your profile, but you provided me one. I'm not sure that I typed it all in yet, but it doesn't matter. I've printed it out, so I don't have to. Yeah, see, I don't have to. I don't like reading off of there. So I did not type it in. I have it printed out on a wonderful piece of old-fashioned paper in front of me, so we can learn a little bit about Mr. Blue Jay Robinson. Jay Robinson was always prone to violence, even at a young age, often getting into fights. After the second classmate that had to get stitches, Jay realized not only his violent behavior, but also his skill with such things. He joined martial arts classes, fighting clubs, and participated in many types of activities that involved his special talent. He actually got pretty famous for it. That was until he accidentally killed a few people and assaulted a few others due to his uncontrollable and irrational rage. The straw that broke the camel's back was when he killed his boss, fully meaning to, fully planned. He pleaded guilty in every trial. Then the aliens decided to show up, and he was among the first to actually be captured by the aliens. He was tortured and studied for a while. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And Jay had a lot of near-death experiences, so naturally, he eventually broke out of his containment as the ship he was being carried on got shot down. One of the only ships that were shot down during the initial war. He broke the neck of one of the little gray buggers and used its body to shield himself from oncoming fire. A dead, thin man, a few more dead sectoids, and a close call with a muton later, and he was free, only barely surviving his predicament. Then, the war ended, and Advent came out to play. They raided his house, well, more of a shack, and captured him. In a vague attempt to seem like the good guys, Advent actually held a trial for the jailbird. This was the only trial that he pled innocent in. Not because he was innocent. He was guilty of everything they charged him with, but because he despised the invaders, and he was sent to prison regardless. After all, the trial was just for show. Yet again, though, Jay lucked out, as we all know, actually. The havoc caused by Gatecrasher just nearby his prison caused the guards to be restationed in order to deal with the issue. And as they left, the doors to the prison just opened. The moment he stepped outside, a car was ready to pick him up. Turns out an old friend of his decided to join XCom and bust Jay out of jail. And so the perfect opportunity showed itself. He would walk free and get back at the people, well, creatures, who sought to ruin his home. Or was that a shack, Jay? All right, so we got a violent guy on our side. Good thing he's wearing a mask so we don't have to look at the crazy eyes that he has behind that mask. So now we know why he likes playing with the big boom toys and the fire and all of the above. He's just a violent person. That make you feel comfortable there with your bondmate? Now let's go take a look at Bond's situation here, if we can, and see if we have the ability to do anything about it yet. That's officer abilities. So I think we aren't able to upgrade. I think that's the training center that we have to get. So it's not in the Guerrilla Tactics School. Guerrilla Tactics School is officer training. It is not the bondmate. So that's a reason also to get the other new building also. Now, combat tactics wise, I want to refresh my memory on cost. Vulture is a big one, and what I may even do, since we're technically kind of close, is hold off on building a few more. That's how much I value Vulture. I may hold off on building a few more because they haven't proved too strong for us yet. So we may try getting the 150 so we can unlock Vulture. Now the only thing we don't have though is a Sergeant. So in the process of saving up for that, hopefully on a upcoming mission, we got some Corporals out there. It's not going to take much beyond Corporal because in fact we'll just take a look at somebody. So I'm not forgetting. But Andrei, if we get in here, Sergeant is, for all our Corporals, the next promotion. So, you know, I think we will get to Sergeant soon enough, and then once that happens, we can pick up Vulture, and we'll be set. We'll try and set ourselves up to do that as soon as that happens. So there's that plan. So enough planning. I think it's time to get some more operations found. Now we have a supply drop, which will not get us any funds. So let's just get out here, see if we can find ourselves another mission, because we only have one pending so far. And we need more than that. We gotta keep the flow of missions happening if we want to get ourselves promoted in any kind of speedy fashion. So let's get that done. All right. Oh! We are not passing this one up. So we will not do it just yet because we really do need missions. But once we search a little tiny bit, guess what? We are gonna go pick up. That is, that's amazing. Definitely want that. I will not forget about that. Famous last words. We'll scan up here in the western U.S. right now. And we have this mission coming up. Now we have to over-infiltrate on this one. This is yet another scientist too. Unless I decide, let's look at our squad. A good squad, but do I have AP rounds on my sniper? And we do have a laser rifle. So do I feel that we would like to try? I think I'm going to play it safe as much. You know, once again, I'm going to put the question out for you. Odds are, though, before I get answers from you, I will probably have made the choice already and had to start recording to keep to my schedule. So I'm probably going to spend. Let's just take a look. Or does it tell me back at the Avenger? I don't know. But this is our next mission. We just saw the team that's going out. Tristan, Maltese, Swain, Hisako, Anaconda, Chen, Max, Grape, Vine, Carlos, Sectoid, and Nox. Help me with the pronunciation on that if I don't get it quite right. But Nox, Averoth, David, or were you South African? Yeah, see, however you look at it, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Let me know if I'm way off or something. That's why you often hear me calling you Averoth. I feel like I got that part right. All right, so we'll take a look. Commander will take a look at things. Check out our intel situation and figure things out. But next time, more than likely, we will spend the intel to get this down to extremely light, and then get ourselves. That's 2 scientists close back to back. I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are too. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time.